Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ, and welcome back to another time lapse. The End Dimension. High risk, high reward. Great loot like elytra wings can be found inside the ships found at End cities, but one missed step and you plummet into the void, permanently destroying everything you had on you. You can create an End portal gateway by defeating the Ender Dragon that resides there. These tiny little portals are too small to walk through. Instead, the game wants you to throw an Ender Pearl perfectly into it. No prizes for guessing what happens if your aim is slightly off. Let's fix one of these portals up so it's no longer a risk trying to get home with an inventory stacked with treasures. Purple and, well, yellow aren't the first two colours I would think of putting together, but I wanted to build my structure out of the same blocks that are found in the end cities and use similar guidelines. I used other blocks such as sea lanterns as I didn't want to limit myself as to what blocks I could use. So I'm using a really simple trapdoor trick that allows you to get through the portal without the use of pearls. Flipping a trapdoor while standing in front of it puts the player in a swimming style position which allows you to pass through a one block tall area. And for this build I didn't want to have to use staircases to navigate the floors, so I ran through a couple of bubble elevator designs. I settled on a nice one that uses the correct block theme but doesn't actually require you to get in the water stream. Just standing in the corner where the diagonal walls and the water stream meets, the player can intersect enough for the soul sand or magma blocks to do their thing. If you really wanted to, you could make this into your base. There's loads of room underneath this grass level that I didn't end up using, but you could use for enchantment room or to keep animals or other sort of necessity base requirements. I do use quite a lot of world edit commands in order to create this base, mainly because it's all circles and it is so tedious going round and round and round to make a bowl shape or to do these circle lights that I've done here. I'd done a fair few of them on the bottom half because they were smaller and it allowed me to work out the size and the scale that I wanted to build to, but when we got to this wider area it's just smarter for me to use world edit than do it myself. It also obviously allowed me to copy and paste the end ships from the city that's not too far away from where I'm building this. I can imagine one of these being built around every gateway with ships travelling between them like a public transport for the end. On this grassy level, I wanted to have like a mini paradise. The end dimension is such a barren wasteland with only the evil looking spiky chorus fruit littered over the islands, having these green and lush blocks just strategically in the middle is a complementary contrast, I think. Floating just above the structure is a giant orb, the power source for the end hub. I covered it in purple glass, but you'll see I flip directions quite often because it actually made me feel quite ill going round and round and round. And then I put some satin style rings around the orb, which I think looks really cool. However, I do change the appearance of them at the very end of the video, because when I put the shaders on for the cinematic I like to do on these episodes, it didn't show up. I needed some sort of light source in there. The shaders make everything darker than normal, and the end is very dark in the first place. Before I even started this build, I knew I wanted to incorporate a 360-degree viewing platform, but I didn't know what I was going to fill it with, and when I came to doing the interior, I still didn't have an idea. So I ran with the public transportation thought when I was pasting down the ships on the lower deck. So I've made a waiting area for the end citizens, wherever they are, if they're somewhere, we've never seen them, but there's the end cities. So maybe you can sit here and wait for number 12 ship to arrive, so it'll take you to your end city. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. In the description below is a world download link if you want to check it out for yourself and have a wander around. Also in the description, I've linked Optifine, the shader pack that I used, and the texture pack that I used if you wanted to completely replicate what you saw today. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye!